Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to. Where am I? I put myself in the Discord movie.
Almost looks like Fortnite.
I see a little dinosaur. But it's titled Discord movie. Why is there a floating cow, by the way?
Was the what?
Floating cow? You see it? I see the others, I was like, that looks like a cow. Why is there just... Okay. Where did the cricket come from? Oh, lordy lord.
I'm gonna have way too much fun on this.
I think this is gonna... This is so much better than doing it. What? What happened?
Nope. No.
What? What did I miss?
Nope.
What?
My seat keeps going down.
What's going on? Your seat broken. Oh, she gone. She had floating shadow. Oh. Oh, chair's levitating now. Hello there.
Oh.
This is gonna be so much better than the car.
Missed my car, but this is
we do miss the car over here.
Okay. We haven't even done the intro yet.
No, we've already started recording.
Oh my god. Well, hi guys. If you haven't seen us before, we are the Healing Mic podcast.
We are
This
indeed.
is episode 3.
Oh
my gosh.
It's been 3 weeks already.
I know. What the heck is going on?
Flown.
I know. It's mental. So, we're really excited. If you haven't seen us before, my name's Caitlin.
And I'm Tom.
And we like to discuss very controversial subject. Wait, fuck. Controversial. It's meant to say controversial subjects on mental health.
Yes.
Which, obviously, as you can tell, we cannot take each other seriously.
No, we haven't done for years. But if you are new around here, then don't forget to check out episode 1 and 2, which are already on the channel as well.
Oh yes, we have some absolute moments, especially in episode 1. Oh my god.
Oh, we do.
Back to that and chickens.
What the dog's doing?
This is never gonna get old. This is never gonna get old. Oh my god. You know when they say you hit 80 and then you grow up and then you hit 20 and you grow up and life gets boring, does it?
No. You make it what it is.
Oh my gosh, right. Okay. Anyway, so the first episode we kind of had a bit of an intro. We said who we were, what our anxieties and mental health are, and then episode 2, that was mental health, and we touched on social media, which was really good fun, and then we even started touching on teen mental health in schools. Now this is a fun subject because I think both me and Tom have struggled with mental health big time. And we have very, very different experiences, I want to say.
Yeah, that.
So I think, what was the question I ended on last time? I think it was like, what was, if you'd gone through that again, what would you have wanted to have happened, or what would you want to have done better?
Yeah. So just the way that, like, obviously I know schools are like limited on what they can actually do, but
Mm,
they surely, from like my past and then the way I was then, like they shouldn't have just sent me home.
no,
And then
no. I honestly, it's been a week and I'm still gobsmacked at that.
like when I got sent to like Green Lane Hospital, like the way they just sent me home as well, even though like I was sent to them,
Mm,
then they just sent me out the door with a piece of paper in my hand. It's like that's I'm not I don't know what to think, like whether it's because I'm a man or it's just because they just didn't want me to like stay there. I don't know. Like they should have just I feel like they should have done a lot more than just say
yeah,
send me on my way. Like
yeah, no, 100%. Like, like when when I had my mental health and I was struggling with the same things you did, it was very quick to say, "Are you okay?" They got me help, they got me in with the school counselor. But it seems like on your side of events, none of that happened.
no, so I did have school counselling, but that was like what, year 8? Like
Oh,
year
and school
9?
counselor anyway, like it doesn't actually do
And then
anything.
it only like lasted a few weeks, and then she was like, "Oh, don't need me. Like, you don't need counselling anymore."
Oh, you'll be fine. That's it. You've got all the coping techniques you need. Yes, Karen, because doing 4 4 fucking 4 is going to get me through the next
No,
30 years of my
like
life. Like,
it's baffling. It's like they think in such a short time you'll just get better, but it doesn't.
mm,
It's not like it happens
yeah,
overnight, Karen.
no,
Time
hell,
heals
Karen.
all's wounds, but not weeks. Yeah, I just the way they were just like, oh yeah, like just you don't need us anymore.
You don't need this. You'll be fine. Great. Like, yeah,
Cheers,
that's gonna
Karen.
make me feel good. You know what? Now that you've said that, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna have a bubble bath with a cup of tea and a biscuit, and I'm gonna feel fucking fabulous.
Literally, and it's the same with Did you ever have to like phone like cams and they were just
Right.
like, oh, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, you'll be fine.
Oh, don't. I think it was. Oh, what was it? 080011 what childline. There we go.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
worst ones that I like ringing them up, going, okay, this is my situation. Thinking, go have a hot bath and a cup of tea. You'll be fine.
It's
Like,
like, what's that gonna
it's
do?
like, yeah, it's like they don't understand that teens do actually have mental health and they
Yeah.
do have genuine serious problems that are just as valid as adults.
They,
Like,
I just feel like
because
there is just
oh,
not enough, maybe like training for like teens nowadays, like
mm,
with mental health. Like obviously with the advancement of technology, again, is
yeah.
it's just getting worse, but no one
Mm.
seems to want to do anything about it.
Yeah, which I wonder if it's like if it's a fear, maybe that they're acknowledging that there's something that's been lacked of in so long, or maybe there's just a serious lack of education out there. Like, in my company, All in Therapeutic Music, I make sure all my staff are incredibly well trained. I mean, we have above
Yeah,
staff panic attacks and ADHD, autism. We have, depression, OCD. We have all the training I can physically provide. Those poor fuckers, when I set them the training, they had like a
I bet.
minimum of 18 courses. Like it was a lot of training. I'm
Oh my
talking
god.
30 to 40 courses,
Yeah.
and that's just you could even interact with young people, let alone anything else. So, I'm very strict on the level of mental health care because I had mental health. I needed the same care.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that young people are getting the care that I didn't get.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
that should be a standard when working with young people. If you're a teacher, if you're working in
Yeah.
schools, as a TA, or assistant, or as a fucking receptionist, you're still working with the young people and
Yeah.
you still need a level of training. It's so important.
Like the lack of training is so immense in all fields of work, like say with working with like young children, like there's just not enough of it at all.
Yeah.
It's like when we were growing up through school, like they didn't do anything. It's like even when like you hurt yourself, they just like wet a paper towel and put it on
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
go, like or they just give you an ice pack and write you a little slip that you've hurt yourself and then just send you on your way. It's like that's
it's
not what I
fucking
need.
those ice packs that, when you said that, the first thing that comes to my mind is those horrible ones that you have to try and pop yourself. The ones that've got
Oh
like
wait,
the
where you got like a like full of like breaker and
yeah,
then it like
but like
activate.
all the
Yeah.
time you just sat there like punching it and nothing would happen. Like
Oh
you
my
had to like the
god.
amount of times I had to throw it on the ground, stamp on it, and then it pop, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Do you remember when I done my leg?
I think everybody remembers that one.
All they did, sat me in a chair, mug of water. That's it. Yeah. Like when cause what I I done my leg on a Saturday, wasn't it? Like it was a open event at school. I done my
Yeah. Oh my god.
yeah, I done my on my own shoulder. I went off on my own back to help them out. I done my leg. They sat me in the office. Here you go. Have a cup of water.
Because the water is gonna fix my ligament. Like
Later that day, I'm an A&E for like 7 8
because of a
hours.
cup of water. Or
I was in there until early hours Sunday morning.
oh, that's the thing with A&E as well. Like you are in there for
You
hours.
are like it's,
Oh,
like I was in there. I got home around 3 a.m. on that Sunday morning, and then you find me back at school on Monday. By the way,
so that's dedication. That is dedication.
yeah, it may have taken me like over 2 hours to walk to school, but bearing in mind a 45-minute walk, not on a good day. But yeah, now over 2 hours because of my leg, and then I'm in school with this fantastic what they call a cricket splint on my leg. See, and that is the lack of support from people
That's cool.
from school.
Yeah. I think that's a very common thing between schools. I think that just the amount of care differs between schools. Like, I think
Yeah.
private schools are probably very different to state schools, but they
Oh,
might also have
100%.
different priorities.
Mm.
Um, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a state school, a private school, whatever school or
Yeah.
education sector you're in. There should be a higher standard of care rolled out across all of them, which I don't think that the government understand. Like, unless you've been a young person in a situation, or unless you've been through it yourself, you don't
Yeah.
understand. So for rich kids to be running the country, they're not
Oh,
going to have any idea what they're going through.
no. And it's like there is just not enough. Like, we don't. What humans like? We don't even, as humans, we don't get the bare minimum of like
Mm,
support from, so the education system or whatever it may be. If like
mm,
working with young people, we don't get the bare minimum of care. I
no,
personally think we don't. Like,
no.
there's so many. Like, I could like in school, like you could have a bloody nose.
Mm.
They just give you tissue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You could
Okay.
split your wrist open and they
Yeah.
would give you a blue paper towel.
You could break your arm.
And they'd still give you a blue paper towel.
Yeah, and
You could crack your fucking head open and you still get a blue paper towel.
I remember when I was super ill and I was in school, all they did was send me to the office and I just sat there for the whole day. Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
why
gonna
is
make
that
me
doing that?
better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of sending a kid to isolation
Literally.
or IE unit or whatever they call it nowadays. But
There is just not enough that goes into caring for young people.
mm. I was thinking about this the other day actually. I was thinking, do you think like the lack of care from schools and teachers and blah 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 and from adults um that contributes to the higher rates of mental health in students?
Yeah, because
Like,
I personally think that like young people especially like seek support, but they always feel neglected because they don't get that support
mm,
like at all. So then they're coming home from school or wherever it may be, and it's like, like they will be thinking to themselves like, nobody cares, like nobody's actually
yeah,
helping me, nobody's like wanting to support me at all. And then they're gonna feel so alone, and then they're gonna go into this massive spiral downwards, and then they're gonna get
yeah.
trapped in this endless darkness and without a way out because they feel so small in a world that is so big.
Like you're speaking from experience.
Yes. But it is so true. Like people want support, but they are so afraid to ask for it because they know what they're gonna get, and it's gonna be nothing.
Yeah, and obviously there's like it excludes the minority of teachers who do actually do some really good things. You know, I've had a couple of teachers through the few schools I've been at, and some of them have honestly changed my life. And I don't know what I would do for I would do that any of them. I mean, for instance, like the old music teacher from
Yeah,
our school, still very much in contact with her, and she has changed my life. You know,
yeah.
there's many teachers that do, but also there is just a much bigger
Oh
number
yeah, there
of
is.
teachers that just don't care anymore.
Like
And
there
I
was
think that's probably it's got to be due to the system as well. Like they are
definitely
rushing teachers. Like
like
I feel sorry for all the new teachers. I really do.
like I had this one teacher when I was in sixth form at our school, and
Mm.
who would bring her daughter in just for me. Nobody else would do that because she knew how much I love being around children, and like
Mm.
how much like it actually helps me like mentally as well. So
Mm.
there'd be days where she'd be in. She was like, "Oh, I'm bringing my daughter in tomorrow for you,"
Yeah.
and then I like it would be a reason to say to go to school and to like be interactive, and then like it would be like
Yeah.
I would have like a free period or something, and she'd just walk in with like a pram and her daughter in there, and she'd be like looking for me, and then it was literally the sweetest thing anybody ever actually done for me,
Yeah.
and it was just so wholesome. Like there was no other teacher that would have done that for me,
Yeah.
but it's because she saw something
Uh,
in me that nobody else did.
yeah.
And I see it. I remember when like finished school and I seen her and she was in her car and she just pulled over and got out and just started chatting to me. I was like,
Oh, I love.
I was on my way to my sister's and she just pulled over of her own time, by the way. She just pulled over and got out. She just started having a conversation with me and my mum.
That's so cute. But it just goes to show like there are some really good characters out there that really do care.
There are
Um,
some that actually do care, like so much more
yeah.
than you actually realise.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's some that will have like sour faces and whatnot, and you kind of think that they're absolutely awful. Like, I've had that before. I've had a couple of teachers that seem like I've hated them at first. Like,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
really
yeah.
got
But then,
like HC, for instance.
yeah,
I thought she was an utter knob when I first met her, but actually, if it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would have made it through year 10 or 11. So, you know, it does go to show that sometimes you just need to get to know people a little bit. And
yeah,
that kind of goes to like if any of you suffer with, you know, social anxiety and things like that, as scary as it is to speak to those teachers, genuinely, they are the ones that will make life a lot easier for
yeah,
you. Like, I did not speak much in school at all, especially in the latter years, after I'd gone through my mayhem year where I caused chaos for a year. My
yeah,
year 11, I was very quiet, I was very kind of pulled back, withdrawn,
yeah,
and it took a lot for me to be in like in classrooms. I really struggled to actually go to school because I
yeah,
just hated being in the big classrooms and speaking in front of everyone. Like I was constantly dipping out in classes, I was constantly like saying I'm ill and stuff. But honestly speaking, to those teachers that scared me the most are the ones that got me through the best. So
always the ones that like come across as like a scary figure, but they're actually not.
Yeah.
Like they may
I
seem
find the
like
nicest ones are actually the ones that are really two-faced.
yeah, yeah. Like I feel like Mr. P was like he
Mm,
had it out for me, but then he surprised me so much. So it was when I actually finished sixth form. I had to go
mm.
to an awards evening because I was nominated for an award. Even though I didn't go to school anymore, I was like, I was nominated for an award, and I was sat there throughout the night, and it's like, why am I like? I was thinking like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, what like what? But it was like one of the last rewards going, and then it was my name got called out. I was like,
Mm.
what? And
But
then
wait.
they was like, oh, nominated by Mr. P. I was like, wait, thank you. But I was like, wait, I swear he hated me. Like he always had it out for me in every
Yeah.
single lesson. But maybe that's just because he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
Oh,
And the
that's a really sweet way of putting it,
and the
actually.
way he was going about each lesson was just pushing
Mm.
me each time to be better and do better.
You do find that a lot. Like a lot of teachers do strive, obviously, to get the best out of their students, and they
Yeah,
probably might not do it in the way that you kind of expect them to. So
yeah,
you think they're picking on you. You know, if you're sat there trying to be quiet in the class and they're going, Caitlin, answer this. Caitlin, answer that.
yeah.
Caitlin, answer this.
They're
I'm thinking,
just
oh my God, stop asking me. It's because they're the ones that are like
yeah.
getting the best of you at that point.
Okay, I had that in a few lessons. It was like I used to have that from Miss C in sport.
Really?
Yeah.
She could not stand me in school, so
Like every now and again, like she'd be like, "Oh, Tom, do you know the answer?" And like me being the quiet kid that would always just like sit there, like I would always have
yeah,
the answer because like I pay attention because sport was
yeah,
my thing. So
yeah.
like I always just knew what. But yeah, like
Mhm.
and if it wasn't for her and a few others as the sports teachers, I don't think I would have done as well as I did.
Yeah.
Especially Mr. H. Sport.
What, head of house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If
He was sweet. He was
he
very sweet.
he's got to be the best one that got the best out of me in
Mhm.
sport, like
Yeah.
because he just knew what I was capable of.
Mhm.
Because in sport, I was like everybody wanted to be on my team. Nobody wanted to go against me. Like yeah, everybody just wanted to be on my team because it was safer than being against me.
Boost.
Literally, come on.
I got like tiny muscles there, but like not so much, but they're still there. I need to go back to the gym, man. I miss it.
But yeah, like sport was just where like, especially. Do you remember when we used to do like it would be like once a week, and in tutor time you would have to do something with like another tutor.
Oh, I never went to tutor.
Oh, okay, just me then. Okay,
I never went.
never mind. Moving on.
No, I was too scared of my tutor. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
I loved my tutor, Mr. D.
I
Come on.
kind of wish that in school I learned to deal with my anxiety better and quicker because I think I missed out on a lot. Like,
How
I
would
missed
that
out on a
have
lot.
like looked for you though? Like to like be better with your anxiety. How would that like, especially back then as well? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I wish I got it like medicated because I think that's the reason why I didn't. Because I was in therapy, I was in
yeah,
counseling, both of them at one point, and it still just wasn't getting any better. So I wish it had been medicated so that I could go to my lessons. You know, it got to a point where I was actually sat in my lessons and I'd sit there and I'd feel sick and I'd have to leave the class, and then I would panic because I'd left the class. I'm gonna look like a tit going back into the
Yeah.
class because everybody's going to be looking at me, and the thought of that would send me spiraling and I would go for a panic attack. So I would hold like my wee in the whole lesson, and I damaged my bladder because of that, but I had to hold it in because I was so scared of leaving the classroom and coming back in.
Yeah.
I was scared of dropping things. I was scared of saying something stupid, so I would just look like a dick. And if a teacher was, asking me questions, I would
Yeah.
purposely act out and act like I didn't know what I was talking about, so I didn't have to answer question and look like a dick. Even though I probably looked like a dick doing it the other way, but yeah,
Yeah.
it made sense to me at that point. Um, and doing things like going to tutor, I could not go to PE. I absolutely avoided it with every bone in my body because I was terrified of what people thought of me.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Like, I was more scared about what people thought of my legs looked like than anything else. Like, it genuinely was the worst thing in the world to me. So, I did teacher runs and stuff. I
Yeah.
would run around the school, the teachers would be trying to chase me down, like, because I was absolutely terrified of being in that situation. So, you know, where I am now, I'm like the mum friend. I do everything for everyone. I'm very much like, I'm seen as confident. I'm seen as quite loud and very outspoken, but that is because I've managed my
Yeah.
anxiety in a way that works for me. And that's taken a lot of therapy, man. It's taken a lot of therapy. It stemmed from not having an easy childhood, but that it if you do have debilitating anxiety and you do suffer with panic attacks or generalized anxiety disorder, it does get better, and it takes a lot of hard
It
work.
does. It takes hard
Oh
work
my
and
goodness.
time as well.
Yeah, I
Like,
used to have I used to have my therapy sessions, and I'd come home and I would be in bed for like 2 days afterwards crying because I was so horrified by the feelings that I was bringing up, but also I was absolutely terrified of who I was going to become without my anxiety because I made it my whole personality. Everything about me was based
yeah.
around my anxiety. I let it change the way I live. And you cannot be doing that, man. If you're 16, 15, 16, 17 year olds and you're missing out on all this stuff because you're worried your anxiety is going to kick up, you are missing out on so much of the world. I missed out on house parties and going out with friends and sneaking out and doing stuff like that because I was just so scared of what people thought of me. And that is all because of my anxiety. So, if you have anxiety and it's taken over your life like that, fucking get it medicated. Honestly.
Do anything in your power to try and get it medicated. Like, it's going to be
Yeah.
hard because the doctors and specialists and stuff are all whatever. Like, just
Mhm.
keep pushing. Just keep
Yeah,
pushing.
and you're never going to get the right dosage the first
No,
time. So
you're
you
not.
have to go through weeks and months of getting the right medication, but you do find it. I did find my medication, but unfortunately I'm allergic to it, so I had to stop it.
Like, it's
Like the
it.
only thing, literally the only thing that worked for panic attacks is propanolol, tiny little purple tablets, and they
Yeah,
literally, oh my God, they were amazing. Honestly, if that panic attack coming in, pop one in, gone. Oh, it stopped controlling my life. It was incredible, but I started getting like spots in my vision. I was so paranoid. Like I gained paranoia and everything. It was
yeah,
fucking awful. So I had that for about 6 months, and which obviously made my panic attacks worse. So I was taking
yeah.
more of the medication to get rid of the panic attacks,
But then it
which
was,
was causing more of the panic
yeah,
attacks. So, like it sucks, but I did it through therapy. But for some people, it's easier to start with medication to give them a bit of a
yeah.
kickstart into the process. That's what I did, as I tried medication and then kicked into therapy. And it gets easier. It does.
For me, it's taken years to even get on to medication. Like, I had to
Mhm.
wait until I was in Bournemouth to get onto medication.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that? Because of just age or?
No, just because doctors didn't care. The amount of times, like, I went there and it was like, oh yeah, like this, and this, and this. So, like, oh, like, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Eat better and do more exercise. What the fuck do you think I'm doing, Karen?
Yeah, it wasn't until I started university at Bournemouth and got myself
Mm.
into the medical center on site that I was actually taken
Mm.
serious.
Yeah, it was quite similar for me. Uni, I think I'm gutted I dropped out after the first year, but that first year of uni, oh my God, it opened so many doors for me.
See, I keep thinking as well, like side rant, but like I keep thinking about uni and like I keep reminiscing. It's like, oh, what if I didn't have to leave? What if I didn't?
Yeah.
Because
Well, you've still got 3 years left of your student loan, haven't you?
no, as soon as I left, it was cut. It was stopped.
Yeah, but you should have it renewed because you get 4 years of student loan. So if you've used 1 year, you should still have three.
No, because I was contacted like when they saw that like I was like not there anymore. They just cancelled it.
Ah, I mean, you should still have it. I'm sure if you were to ring up student loans or student finance, you should be able to talk to them and get the through. Like, if you wanted to go back in the future, you could definitely get that funding.
Yeah, if I wanted to go back, I definitely could get like it
Yeah,
reopened or whatever. But yeah,
I would do it.
I just keep thinking about it. It's like, what if I didn't have to leave because it was like because it got so bad. Like I didn't eat for days. I couldn't
Because I
leave.
remember you coming back from uni, but we kind of stopped contact then. We weren't really talking much. So I don't actually really know what happened.
So it I just got so bad. Like I stopped eating. I stopped. Like I couldn't leave my room.
That's fucking awful.
I could never go into the shared kitchen, so I wouldn't eat.
Shit.
I barely. By the time like I left, like last week, I barely went to uni itself. I barely done anything.
Wow. That's scary, isn't it?
It was so bad, and I always remember this one person because I was above a little Tesco,
Mhm.
and
I love that.
in that little Tesco there was this one man who would always talk to me and cheer me up, and always
Mm,
ask about me.
that's sweet.
It was so cute. Like there'd be just some random times like during the year I would just go. I would like come back from uni and I was like, oh, I just need to pop in Tesco. And I'll be like, I don't need anything. I just want to see if he's in because I just want to chat.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he was so gutted when I told him I had to go
Mm.
because it was so bad. Like I even got sent to some like mental health professional there, and I had to like find it myself.
Jeez.
And yeah, it just got so bad. I literally looked so ill as well.
It's crazy, isn't it? If you were to go back to uni, would you go back to physical uni or would you do open uni?
I
On
thinking about it, I'll probably do open if anything.
That's what I think I'm gonna do because even though like I'm desperate to get my music
Yeah,
diploma, I really, really, really want my music degree, but I physically just I couldn't go into uni. That just it brought up the same anxiety I had in
yeah.
secondary school. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the classroom environment or if it's just being in a room of people who are going to see you fail. And I'm terrified of failure. I think I'm a bit of a perfectionist in that sense. But I just yeah, I can't deal with the big rooms of people. I just can't do it.
See,
So
like when I got to like on campus, it was like it was okay. I just didn't like the fact that there was just so many other
mm,
people there. I always felt
yeah.
like everybody was just judging,
Mm.
like just for no
Well,
reason.
do you think about taking a different route because of mental health? Or are you like
Always,
quite set on what you want to do?
nah, always. I always like think about like changing.
Because I obviously I want my music degree because of my music company, but I'm also like, do I get my music degree or do I go into something like psychology or counselling or therapy or something like that? But then I'm kind of thinking, why don't I just do my music degree and then I can do my music therapy doctorates afterwards?
Yeah,
or my master's first and then my
Yeah,
doctorates. But
yeah,
like, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to cope with doing 5 more years of education.
yeah. That's the other issue.
By the time you've got 3 years of your degree, then you've got 2 years of masters plus whatever you get for your doctorates, which is like
Yeah,
another 5 years sometimes. Like, it just sounds so, so overwhelming.
yeah. It does. It really does. Like, because I was doing sports coaching, but
Mm.
like since leaving, it's just like I feel like that passion is just left. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Just because like obviously since coming back, like mental health, it makes it so hard to do anything.
Mm.
Like the only times I actually go out now is shopping with my mum, and that's it. And
Yeah.
like if like for podcast recordings as well, like when we were in the car, like that'd be another time
Yeah.
I would go out. So it'd be like two times a week I would go out, and that'd be it.
Mm.
Just because I'm literally fighting every day to even just like get out of bed.
Mm.
But no professional really seems to care. It's always the ones that are closest to
Yeah.
you that truly care, but
Yeah.
not people that can actually scientifically do something about it, you know? Because like
Yeah.
I could come to you and have a massive rant, but all you can do is just be there. It's not like you
Yeah.
can like prescribe anything or professionally, you know?
Maybe I just need to get my therapy degree for you.
Maybe. But it's I just all the time I feel like I'm just fighting a losing battle because
Mm.
no matter how hard I try, I always find myself back
Yeah.
in the
It
dark.
just seems like the same spiral comes around, but each time it
It's
feels harder and harder and harder.
like
Like,
with each
oh,
spiral comes around, the climb just gets harder,
mm-hmm.
and
God, yeah.
I fear that one day there was. It's not necessarily a fear. It's more like it's just this like it's a feeling that like one day there's gonna be this spiral that comes around and I'm just not gonna get out of. Like
Yeah.
I'm just
It's
not gonna be able to climb.
exhausting.
It
It's
honestly
exhausting.
is.
I can feel myself going through the same thing now. Obviously, I've got a lot going on at the
Yeah.
moment. For instance, like I'm putting my dog down on Friday.
Yeah.
That's huge to me. And there's just so much going on. I can feel that very slow start
Yeah.
to a very fast spiral. Like, I don't know if any of our listeners have the same thing with the spiral, but there's a couple of signs sometimes. Like, if I go downstairs, I'm trying to find something to eat, I'll look in the fridge or the cupboards and I think, oh, nothing looks appetizing. And that for me is like the first warning sign of going, right, here we go again.
Yeah.
And then I'm really tired. All I want to do is sleep. I don't want to do anything. Like a lot of people struggle sleeping. I'm the opposite. All I do is sleep.
See,
Um,
I'm one of those people that struggled to sleep.
mm,
So it was like last night I
yeah,
was up to like half three, 4 in the morning,
yeah.
just because I
So,
can't sleep.
yeah, if I'm in a good headspace, I don't sleep. If I'm not in a good headspace, all I do is sleep. Like if I'm sleeping 13, 14 hours a day, which is what I'm doing at the moment, like, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's amazing how it affects everyone so differently, isn't
It
it?
is honestly, it's mind blowing the fact that different things affect people differently. Like when people I see these videos and stuff online about like people who struggle, they just curl up and instantly sleep. It's like
Yeah.
why can't I do that? Like I can't sleep when my mind is thinking.
See, I hate it. I wish I couldn't sleep because if something really big happens in my life, I go to sleep. Which, for some people thinks it's great, but also means I'm not dealing with the issue.
Yeah, you're just
I'm
like
not,
putting it on the
yeah,
back
I'm
burner
not,
and then letting it come back. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
And then I
it's
wake up and it comes back to punch me in the face like a fucking sack of shit.
yeah,
And I feel awful. And then I go back to sleep because I don't want to deal with it. So
yeah.
like I don't actually think it's a sign or a warning sign. I think it's a coping mechanism.
No, it definitely is a coping mechanism. It really is. Like, there are some good and bad coping mechanisms out there, but
Mm.
like, I just haven't managed to find one that works for me.
Mm.
Always been the bad ones.
And that's a very normal thing to have, you
Yeah.
know. I'm very lucky in the sense that I have my coping mechanism, which is music and walking. I love walking. If I'm having a really bad day, I love going for a walk, like through the nearest woodlands or the nearest
Yeah.
pond or something like that, just something with a nice scenery. And I find myself slowly coming back. Obviously, my music, I can write my feelings into a
Yeah.
song,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I'm very grateful for. It
I
took
had
me a
that
really long
talent.
time to know. I It took me a really long time to figure out that was something I could do. I always did it,
Yeah.
but I never took advantage of it, which is
Yeah.
why I started up a music therapy business because I think it could work for a lot of people. But like, and then you get the not so good things like the drugs, the alcohol, and believe me, I have been there, done that. I've got the fucking t-shirt. You know, I've been
I
through
have it.
drugs. Yeah, I've been through drugs. I went hardcore. I was on LSD, shrooms, and MDMA for about 3 years
I
solid.
did not know this.
It was really, really bad. It all started in 2019. 2019, that was when I suffered really badly. And I was doing MDA hard in 2020 through COVID. And then 2021, I was still doing it, but I was like coming off of it bit
Yeah.
by bit because I didn't want to ruin my life. I was getting ready to go to college. I did sixth form, hated it. God, I was doing so many drugs in sixth form. Jesus. So I came out of that, went to college, and that's when I met a couple of friends who were like, "You need to sort your shit out," and I was like, "Yep, okay, fair enough." And they were the ones that definitely were like encouraging me to go to uni. I kind of wish I didn't go to uni now because
Yeah.
I think I ruined my experience. I think I needed to take that break before I went. But like, if any of our listeners, I don't know if anyone has had this, but if you are going through that issue of on drugs and stuff, there is so much help out there.
There is
But
so
also
much.
cut that shit out.
Like,
And I know you can listen to it and you can hear it and you can think, man, you're right. I'm thinking, but like I'm being deadly serious. Like
yeah.
it can destroy you. It can destroy your mental health. It can destroy your well-being. It can destroy your body. It gave me fibromyalgia. It is giving me an autoimmune disease. So like it's really serious. And I know that you can say, oh yeah, but I'm young, blah blah blah, but it can do so much damage and it's so dangerous. So, if you are struggling, go to the GP.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sit there and go, I'm gonna section you, blah blah blah. They don't have time, they can't be bothered for that.
No.
Talk to your friends, talk to your family, use what you have around you. If you can't talk to your family, please use your friends. If you can't talk to your friends, find some better friends.
Talk to us.
Yeah. Oh
That
God,
is,
yeah. Use the Discord chat.
yeah, that is why we're here as well. We are
Mm.
an safe environment for everyone. Like,
Mhm.
we have a Discord chat, we have social media. Like, contact us on any of it, and we can help.
Mhm.
So you
We should
are
set
not
up an
alone.
email anonymous.
Email?
Yeah, we should set up an email so we can have like anonymous people emailing us. Like you can just set up a very quick email, send an email, and we can talk about it in a podcast.
Yeah.
I think that'd
We
be really
we
cool.
we could use the.
Yeah, I love these so much. I love that dog one.
Yeah, we could use the
Cricket.
healing mic email.
Yeah, we can actually. That'd be a good one.
I can
Maybe we
type.
can attach that.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description for you.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then we can have some anonymous
Yeah, we can have like
messages.
a segment of like viewer messages or
How
that
do I
would
tell
that
my
would be really
boyfriend?
cool.
But yeah, I think that'd be good.
That'd be really good. That'd be actually really
Mm.
cool to have like a segment for the viewers as well.
I don't know if you're noticing this, but like throughout the podcast, I've slowly started going to.
Yeah, I've also started changing colour too. I've noticed.
There we go.
I don't know why I've changed colour.
We're starting to get so. I was like, damn it.
I just started going pink, purple, God knows what else. I don't know. Why am I changing colour? Like a fucking Marvel character. What?
Bloody Karen.
I swear to God, if I see Karen's face again, I'm gonna hit her with this.
Duck.
Or quacking up.
A duck or a dead chicken?
Both. Yeah, I will chuck the email down in the description. If you want to send us anything that is basically on your mind, or stories or anything like that, then chuck them in the email, and
Yeah.
we will read them out in the next episode for you lot. And
I'd love
we'll have a
on that.
dedicated segment for like viewer responses and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be nice if we could have like almost like an agony aunt type thing.
Yeah.
But it'd be for good conversations. You know, it doesn't always have to be like boring stuff. You can put some funny stuff in there too. We'd
like,
love a bit
literally
lighten up.
anything you like. Just chuck
Can
it
we
in
do
the
another segment?
Discord or the email? Yes.
Can we do a social anxiety embarrassing stories segment?
Yeah.
Because I have many.
Yeah, we definitely could. Yes.
I have many of those. Just literally stories about where, you know, the anxiety's kicked in and you've like said weird words, like, you know, when the delivery driver comes in and goes, "Oh, enjoy your meal," and you go, "Oh yeah, you too." I hate it. I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
I'm getting secondhand at this one. I'm getting hot over it.
We'll definitely have a segment of that. That would make some good content.
Yeah, it would. There's oh, thanks for shopping here today. Yeah, thanks, you too.
Yeah. And then you walk out and it's like head down. It's like, why did I say that?
Oh, just can the ground can just swallow me up, please. Honestly, I've had
this car just like hit me.
and like my brain just doesn't work sometimes. There's been a couple of times where I've said things and it's just nobody knows what I'm on about. So, for example, you know, like cat food pouches.
Yeah.
Ages I was going sachets.
Sachets.
Sachets. No, sachets. Sachets.
Sounds like you're trying to say ratchets, but you can't.
And windowsills. It wasn't until Tash corrected me. It was actually a windowsill. No, I thought it was windowsills. It's not. She corrected me into windowsills.
It's windowsill, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. No. Oh, I don't know. You've got me confused now. What is it? Windowsill or windowsill?
It's a windowsill.
Windowsill. There we go. Yeah, I called it windowsill.
It's a windowsill. Like the wooden.
No, it's a window. It's windowsill. It doesn't have T in it.
That is what's around the window, not the bit you can put stuff on. That's a windowsill.
No, it's not.
No, because a window isn't still because you open and close it. It's a windowsill because it seals the window to the wall.
Yeah, we're talking about the wooden bit.
Yeah, it's a windowsill.
Yeah, I was calling them windowsills.
No, it's a windowsill.
Yeah.
The whole thing. What's the perimeter is a windowsill. Because you're sealing the window into it.
Yeah.
Gen, whatever you lot of.
But yeah, I've had some real moments. Honestly, I could recall a few of them, but I'll save them for next episode. I think.
Yeah, we will have a segment for that. That's for sure.
I'm sure you've got some good ones.
What, me? I actually don't know if I have any.
Oh, piss off, do you?
I don't actually like.
Like you're lying.
I generally can't think.
I was absolutely devastated when I saw how many likes that got. How did that do better than Dead Chicken?
I have no idea, honestly.
My chair's going down again. Hold on.
I see you sinking.
It's going down.
Oh, there we go. I can literally feel myself. I'm literally just trying to look at myself, and all I can see is like You. Like a hunchback. It's those cows. It's those cowarders.
Give me a minute.
It's the old shit's intro. Yeah, outro. I'm just gonna drink my drink and shut up.
Right, but that is it for episode 3. If you did like this episode, then hit that like button. If you're not yet subscribed, then make sure to do so and make sure you got notifications on, because you are not going to want to miss another episode. And don't forget to check the description as well for the Discord, the email, all that good stuff will be down there for you.
Check out the link tree too. Also, please check out our TikTok because we've got the funniest clips on there. Because
yeah. Check out the
make us go
TikTok,
back.
the Instagram.
I'm so confused.
This is a big moment.
I understand what I'm doing. Oh. I need to turn the fucking volume down because that is so loud. Oh my god. Okay, what is happening? What do I need to do? Oh, oh, I'm level 2. I got flour.
Yeah, I'm ready to 3.
Right, show off.
I'm level 3! I've got eggs and chicken. And live ones, bear in mind, not dead ones, okay?
Are you recording?
I am. No, I missed the chicken.
I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do?
1 hour late.
Oh, I just got a 1 hour later as well.
I'll do my second order. This is big for business.
Oh no! Oh no! Wait, how are you doing this so fast?